Welcome back to the Source Garage. This channel is not in fact dead, even though I know I haven't posted for probably a month or so now. It is finally warmed up here in Wisconsin. The snow is off the ground. Spent the last 2 days outside trying to clean up the garage, around the house, the basement, all that. So this is going to be a channel update video explaining all the experiments I'm going to be going through, what I got lined up right now. I'm going to be pumping out a lot more videos, obviously, than I have been doing hardly anything over winter except the protection testing. And I'm also going to do this as kind of a mini tour video, show the basement where I have a whole bunch of stuff stored and all the shelves and what I've got up here in some of the cabinets too. So I'm going to do both those things. First, I want to thank everyone who has bought a CycloShine stand. I've sold through about a third of what eventually got to me in December. So thank you to everyone who's bought that. I've got a lot of good feedback on that, and have several other videos on that if you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, on to what I'm going to be doing here. So I'll zoom the camera in on the whiteboard. All right, so first I'm going to go through here is, I guess, what I'm calling Project V, as maybe cheesy as that sounds, with my CTSV car. It needs a lot of love, a lot of work, so I have a lot of stuff planned here for it. So this is going to be a whole video series on all the stuff I'm going to do to repair it. So I got stuff to repair. I got curb rash on one of the rims. There's also paint chips in places across the car and the rims. Do touch up, sanding, polishing, all that to make it look as good as new. The front fender vents on either side, they were painted black when I got it, but the paint's been coming off, so the chrome's underneath. So I gotta take the paint off and polish the chrome or repaint them. I gotta figure out what I want to do there. Replace the trunk badge on the V. One of the cells in the V badge is cracked, so I gotta take that off and replace it. And then, of course, do a full detail on the whole thing. So obviously paint correction, polishing chrome trim. I'm going to do a whole lot with the interior. So there's a lot of that black like piano trim, right? That stuff that scratches horribly that everyone hates. So I got to do a lot of polishing to try and clean that up, because it's never been done, and it looks pretty rough to say the least. Glass polishing, coating. What else I got in here? Paint and rim coating, obviously going to do different coatings on that. Maybe make that into an experiment, buy some different coatings, apply into some different areas, and see how they hold up over time is probably what I'll end up doing. Clean the tailpipes, carpet inside. So full series on detailing all of that. That'll be long drawn out. That's probably my biggest project to get done, other than the wheel cleaner testing that I hyped up so much last fall and then never got to do because it got cold faster than I was hoping. I only was able to get the tire cleaner series out. But anyway, if I move to the other side of the board here. So other experiments, so the wheel cleaner testing. So I'm actually going to film a whole video on that right after I do this one, the introduction to that and all that's going to entail. It's kind of an intro of what how iron gets into your clear coat on your rim, what it takes to actually remove it, because that's the biggest concern most people have, is obviously the iron, not just using a general cleaner on wheels, which almost any kind of soap would work, but I'll get to that later. So wheel cleaner testing, that's going to be huge. It's also going to have its own multiple set of experiments going more in depth in the dissolving or breaking down of the irons. Like, I got petri dishes behind me here, an actual iron in a bag, to do some more in-depth experiments. If you've ever seen Forensic Detailing, did a whole series on fallout removers. I'm going to be stealing a lot of that great ideas on some testing, except doing it on a much bigger scale with the like 60 different wheel cleaners that I have in the cabinet right behind here. I'll show in a minute. Wash mitts, I got like 20 or 30 different wash mitts I'm going to do a whole bunch of tests with. Spray bottles and spray nozzles. Got a whole cabinet up here full of spray bottles and a whole drawer behind me full of nozzles. Going to do all kinds of testing. Way more stuff than you probably ever think of that you'd ever want to know about a bottle or a spray nozzle. That's going to be coming. Wheel cleaning tools. If you saw my introduction video probably a year ago, I have an entire bucket of wheel cleaning tools, probably 30 plus, that I've bought from name brand or from Alibaba or AliExpress, all kinds. So I'm going to do a whole lot of testing with those, and kind of in line with the wheel cleaner testing experiments. And then I want to do a series with AliExpress versus like name brand stuff. So if I buy a bunch of knockoff Chinese stuff against name brand stuff in the US, how much does it really compare? Because we know a lot of tools especially come straight from China anyway. Okay, so that's all the experiments I have lined up. I'm going to be trying pumping out videos every single week, hopefully 2 or 3 videos a week. Unfortunately, I have to work next weekend at work, so it'll probably be a lull here, but I'm gonna have at least a couple videos up and then really get cooking on all the V stuff. And really the wheel cleaner testing will be what I'm doing first. So like I said, I'm gonna have another video right after this going through all the stuff we're gonna be doing with that. There's gonna be a ton of experiments. So now I guess onto the tour section. So I'll start in the basement and then head back up here. So this is the detailing vault and cycloshine storage and creation area here. So this is where the prototypes were made. I've actually been working on another prototype here, drilling out some plates. You can see it over in the corner there. I got a bunch of stand parts on the sides of the areas here where I'm still working on assembling a bunch of them. Got a bunch of boxes here ready to go that I'm going to start putting a bunch more stands into. Got a bunch of the rollers here. And there's all the fasteners that I actually just finished doing a whole nother set of them here. So here's all the roller or the stand parts in a little baggie that comes with it. So anyway, everything that I've got in here is mostly in this corner here. Got all my pads up in a box there. I've been starting to move a whole bunch of stuff upstairs into the garage for all the testing that's coming up. Here's a bunch of these are the coatings that were done for like the winter coating testing. Parts for the vacuum when we're doing a test, comparing a shop vac versus like a pro auto vacuum, showing all the pros and cons between the two of them. Some other waxes, glass cleaner, plastic protectant, Griot's polishes, wax, grit guards, water filters, all the stuff that was used for the grit guard testing, right? You gotta have a bag of rice in your detailing arsenal, of course. More waxes, just random stuff. I have so much stuff spread out around here. Lighting, scrub brushes, stain remover, a whole bunch of other cleaners, clay, leather, interior stuff, a bunch of applicators, brushes, got fishing wire for moving some badges in the near future here. Paint depth gauge, scan grip lighting, sanding, more interior cleaning tools, undercarriage pressure washer there, funnels, filling stuff. Got a whole wall of these gallon jugs I actually got off a guy on Craigslist who's getting out of the detailing business. These are all kinds of things from different compounds to waxes and interior cleaning stuff. All kinds of things. Bunch of samples that have come with all my orders over the years that I hang on to and try out occasionally. More boxes for the stands I gotta pack. More gallon jugs of other cleaners and whatnot. This is my polisher shelf, so I got the Rupes Nano polisher there. Got all my other polishers on top here, so I bought the new Rupes Mark III we're gonna try out. Got that on a Black Friday deal. Got Adam Swirl Killer Mini, and then I got 2 Max Shine Master polishers here. One's a rotary that I use with my nano polishers, which I'll also be doing a video on those like little handheld rotary polishers. I have several different variants of those, so I wanted to see what the differences were, so I have videos on that. Bunch of different microfibers I've never even opened up, and other things I gotta sort out all this stuff and show you in the garage. I'm going to take apart all this and sort it out properly because it's just been piling up over all the winter. But that's at least a small glimpse into the basement detailing vault and cycloshine assembly and creation area. This little mill right here has been the most vital tool I think I've ever had for putting all this stuff together and prototyping and testing. Real quick, I'll come over here and show you demo version of the new stand I'm working on. Now has a rotating base. So something new maybe coming out within the, I don't know if I ever get around to getting another batch, if the rest of these will sell out. So have some more promotional stuff starting soon with that. But anyway, back upstairs. All right, so continuing the tour up here. So right now, all I've done so far is I moved up all the wheel cleaners. I got a cable running out of here because I'm still charging my bike over here. I got to get bikes ready. Got my bucket of wheel cleaning tools. So like I said, I have a ton of tools in here. I got to go through sprayers, bottles, Here's all the wheel cleaners, bunch of different spray heads. This is actually my extra bucket of spray heads, and most of the rest is pretty empty. Nothing really eventful there. Here's about, I think, half of my mitts collection. I've moved up. That's a dry erase board marker. I don't know why that's in there. Do not use that on your car, please. All the spray bottles, which this probably looks the exact same from my video a year ago, because I have not touched it. I've been a complete bum and have not gotten to doing this experiment. So definitely going to get to that, not be a bum. And I think in here is an absolute mess of, yep, there's just the mess of microfiber. So I got a whole lot of sorting to do there. More of the spray heads I got to go through. Yeah, it looks like I just threw all these in here. Yep. So a ton of spray heads, and I think this is more microfiber. Yep. It's applicator stuff. This cabinet is full of other Milwaukee tools, extension cords, blah, blah, blah. And here's the abysmal corner I don't like to go into, but lots of rollers here, obviously for the Cyclo Shine stand and some other junk. But anyway, that concludes the tour.